Hi, my little adventurers. I am Clover, your friend. Welcome to the world of Fabloria, where you can find the stories. Today, we are going to listen to a story, The Little Boy Who Found the Star Dragon. Let's go. The Boy Who Befriended the Last Star Dragon, a narrative story. Far beyond the snowy mountains and deep green forests lay a peaceful little village called Moonhollow. The village sat beside a sparkling silver lake where fireflies danced every evening like tiny floating stars. In the smallest cottage near the edge of the village lived a curious little boy named Milo. Milo had messy brown hair, bright green eyes, and pockets always stuffed with strange treasures, shiny rocks, feathers, broken compass pieces, and mysterious maps he drew himself. But more than anything else in the world, Milo loved the stars. Every night, while the villagers slept, Milo climbed the hill behind his home and stared up at the sky for hours. "I know there's magic up there," he whispered one night. And high above the clouds, something magical heard him. One cold evening, dark clouds suddenly covered the skies. The wind howled through the village streets. Windows rattled. The silver lake rippled violently. Then, flash! A giant glowing object shot across the heavens like a blazing comet. The villagers screamed and pointed upward. "It's a falling star." "No. It's too big." The glowing object crashed deep inside the forbidden forest beyond the mountains. Boom! The entire ground shook. Birds exploded from the trees into the sky. The villagers quickly locked their doors in fear. But Milo's heart raced with excitement instead. "A real star," he whispered. And before anyone could stop him, he grabbed his lantern and ran into the night. The forbidden forest was darker than Milo imagined. Twisted trees stretched like giant claws. Silver fog floated silently across the ground. Strange glowing mushrooms lit the forest blue and purple. Every crack of a branch made Milo jump. But he kept going. The glowing trail from the falling star shimmered between the trees like magical dust. Suddenly, growl! Milo froze. Two glowing yellow eyes appeared in the darkness. Then another. And another. Shadow wolves slowly stepped from the fog. Their fur looked like living smoke. Milo backed away nervously. But just as the wolves prepared to attack, a brilliant flash of blue light burst through the forest. The wolves yelped and disappeared into the shadows. Milo blinked in shock. Something had saved him. Milo followed the glowing blue light deeper into the forest until he reached a giant crater. Broken crystal rocks surrounded the crash site. And lying in the center, it was a tiny creature. It looked like a baby dragon. Its silver blue scales sparkled softly like stars. Tiny glowing wings rested against its body. Its eyes slowly opened. Bright blue. Gentle. Curious. The little dragon squeaked softly. Then, achoo! Tiny glowing stardust exploded from its nose. Milo stared in complete amazement. "You're real," he whispered. The baby dragon tilted its head. Then it crawled into Milo's lap. Milo carefully carried the tiny dragon home, hidden inside his backpack. The little creature peeked out occasionally, chirping softly whenever it saw glowing lights. Inside his room, Milo wrapped the dragon in warm blankets beside the fireplace. "You need a name," Milo said thoughtfully. The little dragon sneezed sparkles again. Milo laughed. "I'll call you Nova." Nova chirped happily and climbed onto Milo's shoulder. That night, while everyone slept, the little dragon accidentally sneezed glowing stardust out the window. Suddenly, the village windmills began spinning wildly. Lanterns floated into the sky. Flowers bloomed instantly. And every chicken in town turned bright blue. The villagers panicked. Meanwhile, inside Milo's room, Nova looked very proud of herself. The next morning, the village bells rang loudly. A group of strangers rode into Moonhollow wearing black armor. At their front stood a tall man with a scar across one eye. His name was Drex. And everyone feared him. "I'm searching for a magical creature," Drex announced coldly. "The falling star belongs to me." Milo's stomach twisted nervously. Back inside the cottage, Nova hid beneath the bed, trembling. That night, Milo watched Drex's hunters search the village, carrying glowing silver nets. "They'll find her," Milo whispered. Nova looked up sadly. Then Milo made a decision. "We have to leave tonight." But can Milo really escape Drex and his hunters? Why does Drex want Nova so badly? And what secret is the little dragon hiding? Watch the next part to uncover the truth behind the falling star dragon. Please subscribe to Fabloria for more magical adventures, fantasy world. New enchanted stories are waiting for you.